Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Um, we have a lot to talk about today, okay? And we're going to kick it off with some crazy stuff. um, who here will divulge how much your electric bill is? Okay. Since like say November, December, January, February, okay, because we just got January's electric bill. It's been about 100 and say 20, $130 a month, okay? Now, granted, we live here in Florida, okay, so the heat's been off. We don't put the heat on really, except for when it was like snowing. But even though we didn't get the snow, but it snowed right above us. We don't put the air on, so it's just, just like normal weather. So, if you want to divulge in what your electric bill has been for the past 4 months, let me know because listen to this. This woman in Connecticut breaks down what her electric bill is for 1 month. The total for 1 month is $1,113.11. And it's basically all fees, not usage, fees. I'm like, wait a minute. So you're not just paying for what you use, you're paying for all of these fees. I mean, we pay for some fees, but it's like $4 for this, $5 for that. You know what I mean? But it's like maybe like a total of like say like $30 in fees, and that's it. And I'm like, what's really going on? So you guys need to get your coffee and your snacks going, okay? I mean, I've got some lemonade going, but y'all need to get your coffee and your snacks. Because you're gonna need it.
I'm going to show you the craziest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. You ready? This is our electric bill for 1 month. We live in the beautiful state of Connecticut. Our total supply that we used for the month was $236.71. The transmission was $87.01. The local delivery, I don't know how the fuck they deliver it, but we have to pay for it. It's $175.16. And then we have a thing called public benefits. So this is the people who can't pay for their electric bill. And we pay for it. It's $227.76. So I am paying to keep somebody else's lights on. Excuse me, what? Make it make sense.
So the antidote to batshit bonkers Britain, okay, because we happen to live in amazing America. Katie says, well done, you MAGA warriors. You are the burning beacon on the hill. You are the hope. Well, thank you, Katie. Thank you for your kind, awesome words. Much love from America.
Okay, you got batshit bonkers Britain. I thought we'd give it a go for amazing America, because America is winning so hard right now. First up, Trump gets rid of men in women's sport. He rips up all of the trans nonsense and says no more. Only biological females can compete against biological females. And there's this gorgeous picture of him surrounded by young girls who will now have the opportunity to compete in a fair manner against each other in sport, which is just glorious to see. In other news, America will not be attending the G20 because they are no longer willing to do the performative politics of going along with the agenda that's being laid out. And until white people stop being targeted by black gangs in South Africa and having their land taken from them, expropriation without compensation, America will not participate in the G20. This is precisely the kind of action that we need. And America has pulled out of the World Health Organization. Without American money, it can't function. And now over in Argentina, the gorgeous Milei says he's going to pull as well. America is winning so hard, it hurts. It is amazing America.
So at this time, because you guys know that I film at night, okay, because we got the grandkids during the day. It's like 1:30 in the morning, okay? At this time, emergency crews in Nome, Alaska, and that's Nome, are urgently searching for a missing aircraft. All right. And it's the Bering, and that's with one R, Bering Air Cessna 208B as in boy, Grand Caravan EX, registration number N as in Nancy 321BA, carrying 10 passengers. It departed from Unalakleet, Alaska. And Unalakleet is Unalakleet. It was on a scheduled flight to Nome, but disappeared en route. All right. The aircraft last made contact shortly after takeoff before vanishing from radar. Search and rescue teams, including local authorities and the Alaska Air National Guard, have launched a coordinated ground and aerial search, and officials are urging residents in remote areas to report any signs of wreckage as efforts intensify. All right? So, Americans are having to, and this is not like it's anything new that we don't already know about, okay? That Americans are having to work multiple jobs just to survive, okay? There's, you know, gone are the days of the husband working and the mom stays home with the kids, right on? And while our tax dollars are taking to padding the pockets of the rich and famous, Chelsea Clinton. Say no more. I know what you're thinking, so stop right there. She reportedly pocketed $85 million through USAID. What does she do for a living? I'm just asking because, I want, can I have an application? I'm asking for a friend, okay? Because she's linked to the Clinton, USAID is linked to the Clinton Foundation, and so is she, because that's her mom and dad. But for what, though? Okay. What did she do to deserve that obscene payout? Meanwhile, celebrities like Angelina Jolie were paid like $20 million for a photo op with Zelensky to better his image. I'm sorry, what? You ain't no bettering your image, Zelzel. Okay. Not even Angelina Jolie can help you with that. Okay. So, it's infuriating. And our hard-earned money is fattening the wallets of the elite while everyday Americans are scraping by, barely able to afford to put food on the table while having to worry about $1,100 electric bills in Connecticut. Okay? It's not just wrong. It's absolutely disgusting. Okay?
Chelsea Clinton got paid $85 million through the USAID. $85 million? For what? What did she do? It's all based off of the Clinton Foundation. How did she receive $85 million? And then you have Angelina Jolie and all these celebrities that were paid millions and millions of dollars to do a photo op with Zelensky in Ukraine to help his popularity. It is unbelievable how the American people have literally done without and literally working 2 or 3 jobs to make ends meet in the last 4 years. Now we know our tax dollars has literally been enriching celebrities and wealthy people as the American people have been starving. It's disgusting.
So take a look at this. I was like, oh my Lord, a passenger on a Japan's airline flight, which hit a Delta plane at SeaTac Airport, shared the footage of the moment of impact. And he says that he started recording because he could tell the Japan Airlines plane wouldn't clear the Delta plane and that it would hit it. It's so wild. Why do these types of stories keep happening? I mean, what's really going on with these planes? There's got to be something to it. I mean, what the hell?
Called it. I got it. I saw it coming, man. I recorded it. Yep. Yep.
All right, so now listen to one of my favorite senators, Kennedy, what he has to say about Elon's findings on You Said. I didn't say it. You said it. I know. I'm tired. All right. Ciao.
Now, Mr. Musk started with the USAID. That handles a lot of foreign aid for America. American people are very generous. But I'll tell you what Mr. Musk discovered. I find it fascinating. He discovered that the American taxpayers are giving money to Afghanistan. He found that we are giving money to Yemen. He found that we are giving money to Syria. I didn't know that. Some of our foreign aid is going to Yemen, Afghanistan, Syria. He found that the USAID has 10,000 people. 10,000 people, employees. And every year they give away $40 billion. He found that the USAID gave money to support electric vehicles in Vietnam. Our money, taxpayer money. He found that USAID gave money to a transgender clinic in India. I didn't know that. I bet you the American people didn't know that. He found that the USAID gave $1.5 million to a Serbian LGBTQ group called Grupa Izadaji. I probably mispronounced that. My apologies. Anyway, they got $1.5 million to, quote, advance diversity, equity, and inclusion in Serbia's workplaces and business communities. He reviewed a study and then went and checked it. The study was done by the Middle East Forum. They found that USAID spent $164 million to support radical organizations around the world. We're not talking Cub Scout troops here. We're talking about radical organizations around the world. They gave $122 million of that to groups aligned with foreign terrorist organizations. Our taxpayer money. According to this report in Mr. Musk, the USAID has given millions of dollars to, quote, organizations in Gaza controlled by Hamas. Why aren't my colleagues talking about that? Recipients of the money, they found, have, quote, called for their lands to be cleansed from the impurity of Jews. That's what we're giving foreign aid to. I kind of find what he's found out interesting. He found that we gave $2 million, USAID did, for sex changes in Guatemala. He found that we gave $20 million to produce a new Sesame Street show in Iraq. He found that we gave $4.5 million of taxpayer money to combat disinformation in Kazakhstan. He found that we gave $10 million, USAID did, of meals to an al-Qaeda-linked terrorist group called the Nusra Front. Mr. Musk found that we gave $7.9 million of taxpayer money to a project that would teach Sri Lankan journalists to avoid binary gendered language. The USAID took $8 million and gave it to a bunch of journalists in Sri Lanka to teach them how to avoid binary gendered language. I don't know what the hell binary gendered language is. I think I do. You think most taxpayers would support that? Why are we talking about that? The USAID gave $1.5 million to promote LGBT advocacy in Jamaica. They gave $1.5 million to rebuild the Cuban media ecosystem. They gave $1.5 million for, quote, art for inclusion of people with disabilities in Belarus. Another $3.9 million for LGBT causes in Macedonia. $8.3 million for equity and inclusion education in Nepal. I could go all night. And many of my colleagues are upset. They're really mad at Mr. Musk. Hell, I think we ought to give him a medal.